What is up? My name is Colby Sharp. I am a 5th grade teacher in Parma, Michigan, and it's summer. I am so excited to spend time with my family. I am so excited to go to the beach and go to the pool and swing and jump on the trampoline and just enjoy this sacred time with family and friends. As a teacher, the summer is an amazing time to reflect on the year that we had. And a great way to reflect in the summer is to ask yourself this question. If you could go back to the very first year of teaching, what would you tell yourself? What advice would you give yourself as a first-year teacher? And so many teachers are entering the field for the first time, so it's a great thing to be thinking about. I decided to ask my friend Pernille Ripp. If you don't know Pernille, she is an amazing advocate for kids and learning and reading and writing. She is a middle school teacher in Wisconsin. She is a speaker. She is an author. She is the founder of the Global Read Aloud. She is an all-around amazing human being. So I asked Pernille, if you could talk to first-year teacher Pernille heading into the classroom for the very first time, what advice would you give yourself? All right, Pernille, take it away.
You asked me what I would say to first-year Pernille. And when I think about it, that first year Pernille was pretty terrified. She had all of these lesson plans, all of these dreams, all of these hopes for the years ahead, but she really didn't know how to be a good teacher. She knew that what she would do would make a difference to all the kids, and yet how do you do that when all of a sudden you're faced with all the realities that comes with actually being a classroom teacher? So I think my first piece of advice would simply be to take a breath, to enjoy every moment and to teach with your heart. Because yes, planning lessons and learning and PD is always going to be incredibly important, but the most important thing that our students will remember every single day will always be how we made them feel. And if we don't have that in our forefront whenever we're teaching, it's so easy to lose. It's so easy to get caught up in what good teachers supposedly do. Because when I started teaching, I believed that good teachers, of course, graded all the time. 4th grade was the first year we gave letter grades. Good teachers would give homework because that's what parents expected and what kids expected as well. Good teachers would make sure that kids lost recess if they didn't live up to the expectations I had set. Good teachers constantly led the way. And yet in my heart, I knew that that wasn't the way that I wanted to be as a teacher. So I wish I could tell first year Pernille to listen to what her gut was telling her, to maybe realize that what the students were trying to say in their quiet compliance, in their lack of enthusiasm and lack of engagement, was that they wanted more than that. That really what I should have been thinking is that good teachers listen to their students. Good teachers ask their students questions for how they can be better. Good teachers always reflect on what part they are playing within the classroom dynamics. There's so much we can do that can change the way that education is done for our students, but the very first thing that we can do is simply ask the students, how can I be a better teacher for you? I started asking that question just a couple of years ago, and I was amazed at the responses that the students gave me, because it truly became all the little things. They asked, can we sit where we choose? Will you trust us? Can I work with my friends? Even simple things such as, can I write this in pen rather than pencil? And I said yes rather than no, and it changed the way that I taught. But when I think back to first year Pernille, she didn't have the courage to do that just yet. She assumed that she knew what students needed because that's what she had been taught. But now I know that instead of assuming, we can always just ask the students and they will give us their truths, and then we can change what we're doing in order to make it better for all of the kids that we teach, and especially those that come to us and already feel like school is not a place for them. But the thing is too, if I got a chance to sit down with first year Pernille, I would also listen. I think so often we forget that these first year teachers that are coming to us wrapped up in their enthusiasm and energy have so much to give to us teachers that have been around a while. First year Pernille was not afraid. She wanted to try new things because she didn't know what she was doing anyway. First year Pernille was not afraid to go and ask her colleagues for help, even though she felt like maybe she was supposed to know it. I think about how quickly we stop making those connections within our schools because we think that we're supposed to be the experts. We're afraid of how others will look at us when we ask them for help. And yet first-year teachers have no choice. And so I think we would do a great service if we started to be more like first-year teachers, be adventurous, be daring, always seeking out new ideas, questioning things that have been put in place for a long time because we simply don't know any better. And so I think of the best teachers that I have known. They have been the ones that have always had students front and center, and not just in a theoretical way, but in a true heart way. They're the ones that have sometimes carried the sorrows and the joys of the classroom too hard, but it has made them bigger teachers and better teachers who return every day thinking that they are truly making a difference to all of the kids. And so what we can do as we prepare for tomorrow or for the new year is to go back to what we used to be, go back to the essence of what it means to be a teacher. Because we cannot forget that while we may be one of the teachers in the room, so are our students. We have to create classrooms where students feel like their voices are heard and like their voices matter, and that this classroom that we're in is one that shares control with all of the students that are in it. We can become better teachers if only we listen to the kids that are sitting in our classrooms. They are the best professional development that we could ever ask for. But we can't go down in that journey if we don't start asking questions and if we don't start listening to their truths. Because I'll tell you this, I would rather have a student dare speak out and tell me how I'm not a good teacher for them than students who quietly pretend that I'm everything they need and leave our classroom feeling like once again school did not matter. So first year Pernille did know a couple of things, but she also had a lot of room to grow. And when I look back in my 10.5 years of teaching, the biggest people that I have to thank for the growth that I've been on is my students. And so I urge all of you, what questions should you be asking your students? What questions are you dying to know about how you can be a better teacher, what things didn't work for them, and what things did? And then go ask. Listen to their answers. Put on your poker face because they are inevitably going to tell you something that may hurt a little bit. And then do something about the answers that they give you. Change so that they can see that the adults in this world do take their words seriously and that we are indeed trying to create the most powerful experiences we can for all of our students. But they won't believe us if we never ask the first question. That's what I would have told first year Pernille.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you, Pernille, for answering my one question. Your response was magical. Friends, leave a comment down below. Answer Pernille's question. It's an important one. Have an awesome-tastic day and happy reading.